have come and gone since that day. How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
Until our friend returns, I will hold Alright, we live. Alright. Hello. Quite the intro indeed. It is Friday for us. Not the other guy, though. The other guy, it's Thursday. Let's see what we got. An unwelcome guest. The manager of Sweets is wearing a grave expression. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched his military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the ocular, deliberating a response. Let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. I don't know why I didn't just use the crystal. To the Dothel Gate. Let's find out if Kenji learned that you can't use Peloton in combat today. You have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the ocular.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands.
Movie.
Laxon Loft here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish.
Oh shit, we invisible.
Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. We hold people responsible.
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmore's interest in this?
His benevolence, Lord Vorthry, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin-Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmore considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin-Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthry. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmore's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
He knows. He fucking knows. Way to go, Exarch. Your invisibility spell didn't work.
Straight at us.
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmore's army since before Vorthry's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin-Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmore chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia. It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmor before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
I'm sorry, generations of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it. I think it best that you seek out Maren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He will be able to enlighten you.
Yay, another children's book.
Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Cabinet of Curiosity. Exit to the Crystarium. And up the stairs we go. Yes, if you're after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They're experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I've finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is, while I attend to them, perhaps you would fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Warrior Oracle of Light is called. Though it is intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. If you must see for yourself, the book should be located on the level below. Should I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place. Despite my best efforts, in short, if the book is not where it should be, it almost certainly is to be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck! The book does not appear to be here. I found the book. Alright, give the book to Moran. Have you found the book? Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. Happy to say that I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago, when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance. A maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Menphilia. For delivering the realm, she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later, her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When the Sin Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vubert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to this creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn, and came to be likewise being called Menphilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Menphilia fought and vanquished countless Sin Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath, she whispered under her grieving comrades, Menphilia will return. And true to her words, some years later, another young girl was discovered who possessed the self-same eyes, that self-same hair, and those self-same powers. She took the name Menphilia, she too fought Sin Eaters as a soldier of Yulmor, and she too fell in battle. Many more who were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, those women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions. And were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Menphilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not. But all were made to face the Sin Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Menphilia? She was found by the Yulmoran army some 10 years ago, and taken into their care. Or rather, their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name. But by that time, under Lord Bothry's rule, Yulmor had already abandoned the resistance in favor of decadence. Menphilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace. And so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was the Yulmorans' best interest for her to remain under their control. But then, 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed, well, I believe we have a good grasp of Menphilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Morin. Might I trouble you for a word, Magnomus? Outside? As you will have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Menphilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Menphilia journeyed here as Hylaland's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the first witnessed 100 years ago, original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew from her and her namesake, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in a roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidenland's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Magnarmus? I see you've made up your minds. Zark, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yulmoran forces at Loxenlop do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmor ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium.
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you. My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmor a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmor. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmor Emperor's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do, we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
There. I mean, here.
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. Siege your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Let's do this. Today we go to war. So you will be joining the guard. However highly the Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Yep. Where's your salute, soldier? More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. First things first, you will need uniforms. Go to the Crystalline Mean and report to Catelys. She will see you measured and fitted. I go there going, oh wait, let's just do this. Use the Ethernet shard real quick. There we go. Ah, there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it you look your dashing best for your first outing. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. Let's see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain, I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's already fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well then, see to it. And have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. To take the opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we deploy the Amuro to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit? Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job and the other from Ostal Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Magnarmus, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamil at Fagarix. She will issue you with a serum to ward off the effects of the dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend. We will see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amuro from the Rookery. After you've collected the serum, of course. You already got it. Technically, I wasn't supposed to have it yet. Yes, sweetie, is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for the gram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you. It's better as sin. Prince's Kiss, they call it. But if you ask me, it should be Crone's Kiss. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow, but if you don't drain every last drop, you'll be liable to end up taking a trip to Dreamland yourself, so I must ask you to drink it here and now, while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Well done, sweetie, I'm proud of you. If I didn't know better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you'd need fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just Have care and don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. To the rookery. Yes, what do you require of me? An armorer to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you will have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way, assuming you are willing to lend a hand. I was about to deliver an armorer to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beast will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. I fear it's if near enough is good enough for you, you may take the delivery in my stead. Very good. I shall ready the armorer for departure at once. Or at least fly me partway there. That works. Radiska's Round is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry. She will give you further instructions. If you should become separated from the armorer, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well. Oh, you're delivering that armorer to us. I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see it to the handler on duty. Says Banthio. If you encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll set you up rightwise. The last armorer. Thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. Yeah, I don't believe I knew you. Did you join the guard recently? So that's the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the All-Stall Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her here. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. Says. So it seems rather than the armoro delivering you, you delivered the armoro. I'll not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. In readiness for the operation, the armoro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it into their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them. Task I'm sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see to 4 of the beasts. See to 4 of the beasts. Dismissed. Alright. I can do that. Eat, grab their food. Yamaro happily devours the fodder. Must be up there. Here's your food. Wee. Damarath absentmindedly munches on the fodder. There you go. Yamaro is wary at first, but the appetite eventually wins out and it accepts the fodder. Okay. Last one. Yamaro reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. And Lena says, the Amaro are fed? Good. The rest have already been dosed. We need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of the preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. A battle. It's time. We're gonna kick some Yulmoran ass. How tall is this damn tower? And up, and up, and up, and up. Alright, here it is. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready. Proceed. I'm doing my part.
Keep moving. What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
All right. Drop the chloroform.
enemy! Sound the alarm!
Captain, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. There. My men will occupy the enemy while we rescue the Oracle. Keep close to the wall. You're more in healer. You know what that means. Healers die first. Healers die first. I guess we go this way. Maybe. Did I do it wrong? Nope, not that way. Sleeping person. I guess I keep along the wall. Healers die first. Oh wait, I think I found him. There we go. A little turned around, but I found my way. Alright. Healer. Yes, I'm wearing the shirt. Save the shirt for this occasion. Healer. This shirt. Where's the next healer? I gotta kill him. And that's 2 soldiers. Boink. Into the fuck box with both of you. The way is relatively clear. Good. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we just got 2 soldiers. There she is. Oh, the other guy's asleep. But thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Escape from Laxon Loft. Let's rejoin the others and quit this place. Why don't we just steal their airship? Just a thought. All this trouble because of me, I'm so sorry. Save your apologies until after we've escaped. Alright, the way ahead is clear. Let's go! It's quiet. Too quiet. If that's Ranjit, this will not end well. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. No, you will. All right, I'm gonna take the plunge. Jeet's in the fuck box. I'm winning. Kinda killing our guys. Oh, I'm still good. I'm still in this shit. Let's go, bitch. Kicked him in the balls. It didn't work, but I did it. I ain't dead yet. You tried. Come on, do my bidding. Missed me. Seems you are no ordinary soldier. Damn right I'm not. I'm gonna go over here. Back over here. Kicking his ass. He's far more dead than I am. You are persistent that I will allow. You tried. Lunge. Winning.
It's over.
Oh, he's got a win button. Know your folly. Beating me. You had to use the plot armor, didn't you? You're scared of getting damaged by my salted earth. AKA the fuck box. Alright. Anyway.
Dear boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Oh, would you look who it is? Nice block.
Thancred?
Watch out, Thancred. He's got plot armor.
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us. What if I am?
He's attacking Thancred with his plot armor.
Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
He got pulled here just like Alvazay and the others. Remember, he was the first man to go down. to cast heavy on.
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmor dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the fairy kingdom.
Think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the Source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Orianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Ilmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish two things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
Alright. Sounds good enough to me.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Oh great, the Scots are here.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let's have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I'm not... I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Ilmeg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fae folk. Most of them, the most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. What I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Liedel-Aran. I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. And I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation on different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. And Billy has been reincarnated, just like in Zelda, when Zelda gets reincarnated every 100 years, and another Link gets reincarnated every 100 years. He really is Zelda. Well, here we are, yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case, ignomous, there is a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furrowed tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all this later, but first, I need you to help me find some. Oh, and if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Greetings, mortal. What's your name? Oh, you don't have a name? How very, very sad. I could have had so much fun with it. I will follow his advice and not respond. Lest I want to get got. You search the scrub and find nothing of the looking gas. What is it that you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. Don't be a rude child. You're too clever by half. I shall seek my fun elsewhere. Alright. Not. Oh yeah, I can. There we go, I'll take this. Keep this here. If in the scrub you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Oh, visitor! Where are you from, pray tell? Perhaps this was hard of hearing. What brings you here? Ah, stone deaf, how boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality, and who are we to turn you away? Stay a while, stay forever. Oh, they got me with the heavy shit. For a whole minute. I'll take it you met with some trouble. Apologize for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixies' veil of invisibility. And seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let us gather everyone and put Oriange's little trick to good use.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
I found you. The game is over.
No! We're found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look! Twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Lee, with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Quantum like the cabbage.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one. In return for a place in Elmeg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we?
Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Or punt them. And Crash and Bash has a good
Right, we've made up our minds. We will
idea
lift our
there.
spell on
Yeah.
one condition.
Great solution.
First, lend us a helping hand, or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Oh great, now we gotta fold their laundry. We got to fold their laundry. Ooh, look at me, I have a favor to ask for you. Little Loran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely, and it can look lovely without flowers. It can't look lovely without flowers blooming. No flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Alright, do for me these fetch quests 3. I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit, a little fruit will set me right. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render you up their sweet succulent burdens. Okay. One more, I thought. Yes, there is. Right this way. Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? They are the leafmen you see standing about their village. Adorable, aren't they? Now, you'll need to go to Longmire and take the lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned. The Fwath make their home in the lake and tend to play rough, so have care. Okay, I'm gonna go around and do all the little objectives. Alright, first one is up here. Alright, planting the everbloom seeds. I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make some pretty curtains out of them. southwest to that spot. Grow flowers out of you. They'll make this house look so much livelier. There used to be a city of mortals here. A great big bustling place called Vobert or Bovert or some such. The Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then we pixies have been living here, and we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Damn it, they got squatters' rights. Bug comes down with the fruit. Alright, come here, you. Alright, I got to do some murdering, that's okay. Beltry? They're gonna put a knife in the wall. Only if we evict them. Quest completed. Ready for turn in. Last one. Squirtle's attacking. Got him. Alright. He did. Water. Alright, go one more time. Over this way. Mirror water. One. Alright. Now we turn the 3 quests in. You've given Walter to our children? Thank you very much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. You're done sowing the seeds, thank you. This should help Little Ran live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in the lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow Faefolk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring? This is our home, and it can be yours too, forever and ever and ever. Last one. So hungry, did you ever get the fruit? Here you go. Oh, thank you ever much, you saved me. You saved me from my boredom. Should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. Ah, you've done me a great service, mortal. Is there anything we pixies are serious about? It's having fun. Dull and painful things, hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both. We hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. How goes it, Magnanimous? So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that's pretty much the sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. How are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire about how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same, a little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Ryanje once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, their desire to have fun remains, imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping the hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was linked to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites or gosh. Arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that compose the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself and assume another form, or find newly emerged life with it in which to abide. The pixies may be of one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, then what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However, the pixies may have come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me that we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a picture who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Not during my chores, perhaps. What, you knew a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare hope this will offer us a way out. Without any further delay, then, summon in this Feoul, if you please. chat mode and say, enter AOL. Alright, so I got a /S. Alright. Let's do this. At the destination. So, my sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Alright, type please fail all, I need you. Okay. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log? Could do it with more fire. Alright, now I gotta enter... I do. Not typing all that, I'm just gonna copy paste that. Done.
You're late! Late! I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Ooh, he got her. Ding.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke. But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Yeah, sure, earnestly.
Very well. As your lovely
Totally
branch,
didn't
I will
copy
lend
paste
you my
that
strength.
to the chat box.
Well. If it isn't Theo, the mold field. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village. There'll be
Named a letter?
cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden verdict to you at once.
Ah, there we go.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
I cheated and copied all that into the chat. For Alpha No and Alice's sakes, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is an abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called. After the fellow's vast collection of tomes, an agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should find the place. Come along. Alright, up to the north we go. Here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Let us see if he's home.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon. Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already? That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest.
the hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful Ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time.
Oh, we were winning.
Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed, for spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee.
He saw a future where we all died.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th Umbral Calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency. Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Chart of the Elements.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active; umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the First had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the First is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the First to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the First were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilmeg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leergier, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the Pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Alright, alright. I'd rather not die in a gas attack anyway, you know. Communicate well with children. Why don't you have a seat right there? Hey, get back here and have a seat right there. Anyway. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Started leveling astrologian, did you? Indeed, though the night be behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not, but that the stars still shine. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As did I mention, it would, if we are to enter Ligia, we must needs gain the Pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Magnanimous, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes in these parts. There abideth a vilekin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Capture a weakened hawk. Got it. Deliver it to Urianger. House. Door. Yeah, wrong. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? Yep, got one in the box. Ah, that's a POW cube, actually. A truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once and to make past their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile.
"'Tis done. The Pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
Yeah. See how close I make it to that?
White auracite, newly forged for thy use. Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you. I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire. Hast thou spoken to him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
And...
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end?
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
Alright, onward. The next objective. Oh, I can just teleport there. We weren't expecting you back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's a fey custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. Alright, I need in that castle to kill the Light Warden. So, what is it you desire? Rusty old coins like that you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Liagea. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well. I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Oriange. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? So that is what that was the purpose of the gifts. If there's anything you can do to tell us about this Light Warden. My lady, by circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler. Is our king and ruler Titania? It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home. You see, fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name, not remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4, and wove each into a different relic. Be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though you most certainly won't go into your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the 4th, the stone scepter is with the Numau, and the crystal shoes are with the armor. Oh, good luck finding them all. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us hie to the lake, there to claim the shell crown from the 4th. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. So, Frank, did you already unlock the dungeon? Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. I'm not exactly how sure the gate works. Here. But if the 4th are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Orianche? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk on the surface by means of magic. You too, Orianche. I thought that you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, aren't we a lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty for mortals? What a treat! My comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, that is all, of course, of course. You may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us at all. Too much is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us. For we thought it's over before it's begun. And we couldn't care less what happens of the Fairy King, nor of the world for that matter. Having said that, We do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Cross the untouchable gate and come hither to our domain. Don Meg, in your tongue it means forbidden realm. Sound forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water. Our home is wrought with ripples and waves and currents. Fight your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we will give you your fine crown. Alright. Duty dungeon unlocked. Ready, check. You're not ready. This is a level 73 dungeon. You're only level 71 on that class. It won't even let you in there. Look at this right here. There you go. Level 79. That's the stuff. Let's see. Party finder. Ooh. Alright. Oh, I found someone doing the same dungeon, so... There we go. Got one more. Ready, check. Everyone's ready. Let's do this. Oh, cool, we got a red mage. this one of those always that one glam situations? Yes. Yes, it is. We got a Lalafell dressed as a Moogle, Matt's favorite. Let's go! Oh no, you don't. Interrupted that shit. It is an abomination, isn't it? There you go, Kenji. Burn them all. Doing the tank buster. Alright, danger, Dorito up. Follow me if you want to not get hit, Kenji. Safe for now. That one. We'll go to this one. I'll go over to this way. Save here. That's not gonna explode yet. Now it's gonna explode next time he stomps. That one's gonna blow. You tried. Alright, it's time for Blackest Night. Get him back. There we go. Alright, pull him back. Left. Here. Alright, get him. Shield up. He breaks shield. I get magic back. Hit him again. First stomp summons the puddle, second stomp makes it explode. For those confused about what's going on there. Alright, we got him. No, I intend to use Living Dead if the healer stops going so hard. that shit. Alright. Drop the fuck box. That Astra is going hard. Good healer on this run. I intended to use my big cooldown the last one, but I never got my health low enough to use it. Even though I didn't use any other defensives. Crazy. All right. Everyone. He's swinging. I don't know what a swinge is, but he was doing it. Block an orange line. Everyone block one. Kenji failed. He's doing timber! Alright, everyone attack your own thing and slice your way out. There we go. Got you out of there. Alright, he's doing the trap again. Alright, block one. Oh no. There, got it. that stomp. And he's down. Alright. We survived. Isn't it magical? Alright. Let's go. Hey, the shell crown. Kenji, why don't you grab it? Ha! It's a fake. Our mission's not over yet. Stairs ish, or a ramp, or whatever this is. Laughing right through these guys. Another TBN. Only 3 guys left. Go down. 2. And done. Next. More Ghostbusters shit going on over here. And off we go. Last one. Final boss. Hey, look, the real crown. was too slow to look away. Look at us, we're frogs. I was a little slow on that. Alright, I'll race you all across. Let's go. Oh shit. Missed the turn. I usually go fly. I usually do this perfectly fine. Alright, whatever. And I'm good. All guys training. And I usually like bolt across that. That sucked. Healthy run. Get better at platform. Yeah. Yeah, I came across in 3rd place. That is very unfortunate. Oh gosh, he transformed again. Don't want to be in front of him when he does this spewing crap. There he goes. Don't be in front of him, or you'll get puked on. What's the game series? An orange fuzzy rat. And Daxter? Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Ah, they're both platformers, I think. Too slow. Oh well, at least I can get hit by that. Feeling froggy, then jump. Riveting. Batting 0% today. And break. There we go. Nope, not looking at that. And we good. He dead. And read. Okay. Take the marker off myself. We getting out of here. Alright, time for the cutscene. And it's about time to wrap this up. Let's get to a good stopping point.
Well fought, well fought!
Jolly good show.
Oh, you do not hold back. But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is, the relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes.
No, I did not eat food yet.
Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
Frog thing coming onto me.
More! I want to see more of him!
Yes! Yes! I could watch him forever!
Why don't we just make him one of us? Yes! One of us!
It's one of us!
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
And thus did they try to drown me.
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
Oh yeah, right. The turtle guy. I can still breathe underwater.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can. I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Fwath is do not deal with the Fwath. It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them. Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect. That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there. It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder... I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
This place was like their Ishgard. Alright, I'm gonna turn this quest in and call it a day. Look at me, I'm a dolphin. I'm a dolphin, guys. Look at me. That dolphin my ass over here. I'm going back in. Nay, my lady, exhausted as thou art, thou wouldst only endanger thyself. I prithee, rest a moment. There was nothing where we looked. Enormous! Hey. Well, they tried to drown me, but they failed because of the blessing of the turtle. Dear gods, were it not for Sorbonne's blessing, I need not labor the point. I am glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were to wash up on the shore, only to find you weren't with us? Oh, but I'm forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. The Fourth kept that part of the bargain, at least. While there were certain twists and turns, our work here is done, with everyone none the worse for witness. Thank goodness you're still here. Saloon, is something amiss? A great big mob of mortals is marching to Ilmeg. Mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse, I fear. You're more in our army yet, I guess. Meaning, we can play with them? As much as you like, but just to be sure. I will return with you to confirm their identities. If they are who we suspect, we will require your aid. If Alphano is coming, then Alize will be too, yes? Can't have one without the other, you know. Alright, just remember, we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Don't worry, I've done this sort of thing before. Indeed you have. Very well then. See you afterwards, my friend. And thus the quest is complete. Alright. Get the screenshot and get out of here for the night. Done. looks like it's sent that time. Check alternate source. Yes. Okay. And here we go. All right, catch you all later. See you Tuesday for the next story stream, and Monday for work for those that work with me.